Howdy, fellas. How are you doing, y'all? It's been a while, I know, and there have been actually some ma- major changes in my life over this, I guess, 30-day period, a month. The May. It's the end of May, and tomorrow is gonna be summer. Happy summer, guys. I really hope you spend this time well, this time around. And don't waste it on video games or some, bollocks that you will regret later on. Of course, if that's what you do, that's what you do, but take into consideration, I guess. We've all been there, so to speak, the feeling of wasted summer. The summer that you could have been somewhere, could have been something, but it turned out to be just a false assumption that you regret later on when the school starts or the college. Anyway, there have been some changes in my life, in my personal as well as my, I guess, self growth. I guess I have put my self growth on a halt for a while because I've been focusing on other things like finding a job. It's difficult, guys. Not gonna lie. It does take some patience and the willingness to go a bit mad, so to speak. Because the first job I got was as a servant at a coffee shop. Well, it was some kind of combination of a coffee shop and a restaurant, and I was just a guy who was serving these guests on the first floor, on the second floor. I was putting all the tissues all over the place and just bringing the dirty dishes to the cleaning woman and trying not to mess up the orders. That's the most difficult part, people. You will mess these orders in the 8 of the morning where when you can't even, you forget where your head even is located. What to say about like 30 tables that are busy with customers? You're gonna mess it up. That's all right actually. Messing up is part of growing. I feel sorry for people who don't mess up. They miss out on a lot of fun. And yeah, but I worked there for about a month because later down the line it becomes just unbelievably difficult to maintain your sanity with the administrator barking on all of your mistakes, even tiny ones. Like there is a little tiny particle of bread on a couch somewhere 30 meters away from you, and she's just pointing it out and saying that this is unacceptable. Our standards, are not being met and all. And understandable, but dear administrator, I'm not being paid enough to actually care. If I was getting paid twice the price, I would actually pay much more, careful attention and inspection. But unfortunately, no. So I left. After about a few weeks of doing my best, there I decided to call it quits, call it a day, and just finding a better job for me. Because, you know, there's this guy who just makes coffee. He just makes coffee. He literally, all he does is makes coffee. Barista. Or barman in English, I don't know. He does two things. He plays Brawl Stars on his phone and brews coffee. He doesn't do all this tiny tidbit crap that I do all over the place the entire day. And he gets paid as much as I do. Isn't this a dream? And he can make a coffee for himself. Of course, I don't think he's allowed to, but technically he can. I mean, I do appreciate how he makes a coffee for me as well, if I ask him. Nice guy. Love you. Anyway, the thing about uh, working in these food services as a servant, especially, the main problem isn't the customers, is the communication between other employees. It does get kind of wacky and awkward in the morning, especially when everybody is on the edge to actually, uh, murder you, even for the slightest mistake or lapse in concentration. So there is that. And my second job right now that I've applied to and I've actually been invited to a second interview today is a bellman at a fancy hotel on like the other end of the city. Yeah, I I don't know what I expected. The pay is actually great. It's about, well, almost twice the size I had as a waiter. I think it's called waiter, not a servant. Anyway, uh, the more you know. The well, the employer wasn't actually that kind to me as my previous were at the coffee shop. I guess it's due to my I didn't um, shared my past experience with them in a very professional manner because uh, I slipped and told them that I was working there only for a month, and so they were like really curious. Why only for a month, my guy? What happened? Did you fuck up big time or something? That isn't allowed here. We're very professional. And well, I told them the entire story. It was really awkward. I don't want to do it again. I'm not gonna sleep tonight because of it. Uh, but later down the line, they still accepted my proposition of being a bellman, and they said, "All right, you can do a trial, 3 days. You're not getting paid for it, obviously, but if you manage to do it, we will employ you, and you will be a hardworking bellman." But the bad thing is, I can't see anything because I've recently lost my greatest possession, my glasses. The one I held dear to my heart for about 2 years. And I lost them in a very dubious manner. Like, I just. Mm, I forgot them on a street bench. And when I came back, they just weren't there, simply as that. I don't know, why would anybody need my glasses? But I guess someone really likes collecting other people's glasses or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter no more. I know I won't find them because they're gone for real. And so for the past 2 days, I've been walking without glasses. And let me tell you, my friends, it's not the most pleasant experience in the world. It really it takes away all the pleasure that the pleasure that you don't even notice in life, like seeing the tree far away, seeing the seeing the leaves, shaking in the wind, the the tiny details that actually make make life pleasant. And now I don't see anything. I just see this amalgamation of colors and shapes, and not anything in particular. And it's the mood is just it's it's insane. It takes a heavy toll on your, I guess, on your mood and on your sanity, because you can't enjoy anything. You can't enjoy nature as well as you usually can. And I noticed that it's harder, it's much more difficult to socialize with people when you can't even properly distinguish their facial expressions. And you're just very awkward in general because you don't see any social cues. You don't see the eyes of the person you're speaking with. And you're just not very sociable at these times. Although I still try my best to be, as I guess, open and somewhat entertaining as I can, but uh, the confidence is really shaky right now, and I feel very vulnerable in any environment when I don't have glasses on, or at least with me. I've tried wearing lenses, and let me tell you guys, it's a nightmare. Not because lenses are inherently bad, but turns out I may have bought the wrong type of lenses or the Chinese knockoff. And the thing is, they just don't stick to your eye. You can try as hard as you can, they just won't stick to your eye. We've tried this with my mother, that she was opening my eyes and I just put them on. It didn't work. She tried putting them on herself. It didn't work either. So, our conclusion is that it is genuinely something is wrong with the lenses that I have acquired a while ago. And okay, I'm satisfied with it. So tomorrow we are actually buying some, I guess temporary glasses to actually, soothe the desire to see shit. it is my it is something I strive to do now. I want to see stuff. I want to enjoy things. Well, the good thing is when I'm walking with my girlfriend, uh, I can see her well because I'm nearsighted, yeah, or farsighted. I don't see well far, but I see good up close, and that's all I need when walking with her. I can see her beautiful eyes, her beautiful hair, her how's it called? When people smile, there's this kind of uh, facial dot or something. I don't know how it's called in English. And I don't really care. Because it's 12 of the night and I should be sleeping. Because tomorrow we're going for a very cool walk as usual. We really like walking in parks and in these quiet places. That's so awesome about her. She just likes, the calmness of nature and just this soothing element of peace that is usually in distant parks at lakes. I love her. She's great. She's great. I guess that's about it for today, guys. I hope you have a pleasant day, morning, or evening, or whenever you're watching this. And strive to be better. Take your time with things. And do not lose your glasses. You will regret it big time. See you later, guys. Love y'all.